Hello, from me and Ankita.
Hi.
So, dear friends, today's topic is again post-colonial literature. It is Australian and New Zealand literatures. Guys, were you watching us do the Canadian literature bit? Did we do Canadian?
No, we haven't done Canadian yet.
That was a trick question. Okay, so we have not done Canadian. We did African and Caribbean. Right. So let me share my screen, everybody. Today, we have literatures of Australia and New Zealand. Great going. It is day 11. Wow, 10 days over. So, dear friends, are you ready for the first question here? All the following statements are correct, except one. Which is that? Australia was discovered by the English captain James Cook on 23rd April. Seriously, that is Shakespeare's birthday. In 1770. Australia was a British prison colony from 1788 to 1901. Is that correct? Aborigines produced a huge body of literature and writing at the beginning of the colonial period. Aborigines and writing. The first written accounts of the Aborigines were made by explorers who came to Australia. What do you think, everybody? Did Aborigines produce a large body of literature in writing? Were the first accounts of the Aborigines written by explorers? Ankita, which of these is wrong?
Option 3, because initially they only produced oral literatures. So there was no literature specifically in writing. So option 3 is wrong.
Correct. That there was a large body of oral literature is wrong. So this is the wrong statement. Look at the whites coming to Australia. Waltzing Matilda. Waltzing does not mean dancing. Waltzing Matilda. Waltzing means walking on foot like this. Matilda means this bedroll. This is Australia's most famous bush ballad. And it was the unofficial national anthem. Who wrote it? Is it James Tucker, Carolyn Leakey, Charles Harper, or is it the famous A.B. Patterson, whose pen name is Banjo Patterson? Who are these writers? Do you know? They are in early Australian writers. Which of them wrote Waltzing Matilda? YouTubers, you can tell us your answers. Yes, it is. The name is Banjo. Tell me, Ankita.
The answer is A.B. Banjo Patterson.
That's right. Ravi has said it. Brinda has said it. Banjo Patterson. Very good. Remember, a drag man or drover, swag man. He is a criminal who has been exiled to Australia and just walking about searching for jobs and food. This man steals a sheep and the police come to catch him and he jumps into the water body and commits suicide. That is the story of Waltzing Matilda. Very good. It is now, such is life, being certain extracts from the diary of Tom Collins. Have you heard of that one? Such is life. Who is the author? Is it Henry Lawson, Christopher Brennan, Joseph Furphy, or none of these? That is Joseph Furphy. I made a mistake. I showed the answer. Joseph Furphy seems like a minor writer, but did you know he's the father of Australian novel? Joseph Furphy is the father of Australian novel. Now, identify the wrongly matched pair. Did Miles Franklin write My Brilliant Career? Did Udguru Nunukal write, "We are going"? Did Henry Lawson write, "While the Billy Boyles"? Or did James Tucker write Quintus Servinton? It's a little difficult, eh? Miles Franklin, My Brilliant Career. That you should know. Very famous. Udguru Nunukal or Kath Walker. That is her real name. Did she write "We Are Going"? Henry Lawson, While the Billy Boyles is also famous. Do you want to guess, you two babies? Guess karo. You don't have to know everything. Guess, 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 guess. Hello, Karthik. You are right, Karthik. Long time no see. James Tucker did not write Quintus Servinton. It is Henry Savary who wrote Quintus Servinton. Susanna Moody I've written. Yo, it's so full of mistakes. It is Henry Savary, not Susanna Moody. They go. This is there. Now from this slide onwards, no mistake. I was editing like crazy and it went wrong. Sorry, Jagardu, Poems from Aboriginal Australia. Do you know who is this author? Definitely an Aboriginal writer. David Unaipon, Jack Davis, Kenneth Slessor, or none of these. Jagardu. Ankita.
The answer is Jack Davis.
Exactly. Jack Davis wrote Jagardu. Poems from Aboriginal Australia. Follow the Rabbit-Proof Fence by Doris Pilkington Garimara. Wow. What is it about? There are some fun options here. The story of 3 Aboriginal girls who escaped from a government settlement and trekked thousands of kilometers by following a massive rabbit-proof fence that crossed Western Australia. Is it correct? Is it the story of 3 Aboriginal girls who escaped from a government settlement and robbed many rabbits in and around the town? Ha ha! These girls rob rabbits. Is that correct? The story of 3 Aboriginal girls who escape and disguise themselves as rabbits. Guys, Anjali, you said it. Which is the answer? It is A. It is about 3 girls who trekked thousands of kilometers by following a massive rabbit-proof fence. Choose the correct statement. My Place is an autobiography written by the artist Sally Morgan. Is it correct? It is about Morgan's quest for knowledge of her family's past. And did you know, guys, it is written like detective fiction. The novel is a milestone in Aboriginal literature and is one of the earliest works in Indigenous writing. What do you think? A, B, C, D? Everybody? A, B, C, D. Everybody. Ankita, your turn.
All are true. All the statements
Very
are true.
good. Sally Morgan, author of My Place. Ankita, you're right. That's right. Look at the cover page. Dash by Alexi Wright won Australia's premier literary award, the Miles Franklin Award. Ankita, do you remember what did Miles Franklin write?
My Brilliant Career.
Correct. And which is the work by Alexi Wright that won Miles Franklin Award?
It is
Is
a
it Carpentaria?
Huh.
Is it
It's Carpentaria.
Carpentaria or Vanamuraganya or the Firstborn or Kalark? Ankita is saying it is Carpentaria. Is it correct? Everybody, Maumita, Suti, Anakamachi, Ananya, everybody, Papri. It is indeed Carpentaria. Yes. Carpentaria by Alexi Wright. Dash is the first Australian novel by the Aboriginal writer who is depicted here. It depicts the Aboriginal struggle for access and equity in the Australian legal system. Is it Wild Cat Falling, The Cat's Table, Cat's Eye, or none of these? Which is the first Australian novel? You two babies are guessing like crazy. Ankita, do you want to guess?
I think it's Wildcat Falling.
You have to tell us who is the author.
Mudruru.
Mudruru's real name, bolo?
It was a Colin Johnson.
Yes.
Colin Johnson.
Johnson took the pen name Mudruru. Choose the correct statement. Ladies from the Sea is the only play by Eddie Hope. Did he write a play? His first collection of poems, The Wandering Islands, appeared in 1955 when Hope was in his late 40s. Some of his major poems are Australia, Imperial Adam, Faustus, etc. All are true or what? What do you think, Ankita?
I think all these are true.
Very good. All these are true. Eddie Hope. Look at his first work, The Wandering Islands. Hey, I know this guy. Who is he? The first Nobel laureate, Patrick White. Dash by Patrick White details the life of Stan and Amy Parker. They run a farm in the wilderness, and around their farm develops a village, and then it develops into a suburb. A highway passes through their farm, through their village. So, is this Happy Valley, The Tree of Man, The Hanging Garden, Memoirs of Many in One? What do you think, Ankita?
I think it's The Tree of Man.
The Tree of Man is about the couple, Stan and Amy Parker. Ankita, can you tell us more novels of Patrick White?
Yeah, so Happy Valley is there, which was his first published novel. Then
Yes.
The Tree of Man, then The Vivisector, then Voss, then The Tweeborn Affair,
Solid,
The Solid Mandela.
Aunts,
Huh?
Aunt, the Aunts,
The Aunt Story. It's
A
about
Fringe.
Theodora Goodman.
A
Yes.
Fringe.
A Fringe of Leaves. Yes. The Eye of the Storm. Yes.
Very good. So it is indeed The Tree of Man, novel by Patrick White. Which novel has a protagonist modeled on the naturalist Ludwig Leichhardt? Ludwig Leichhardt was a real explorer and naturalist. One of these novels has a protagonist modeled on this naturalist. YouTubers, everybody, what is the answer? Ankita, it is about an expedition into the Australian wilderness and everybody dies. Laura is a woman there. Which is the book I'm talking about?
It's Voss.
That's right. It's Voss. The protagonist's name is Ulrich Voss. He's modeled on Ludwig Leichhardt. Got it, Ankita? Great. Voss. Woman to Man is the second collection of poetry by the Australian poet Judith Wright. It won the Grace Levin Prize for Poetry in 1949. I have no idea. Is it true or false, Ankita?
It seems true only. I think it's true.
Are you sure about the year?
Yes, I think it's true.
You two babies, what do you think? It is true. Woman to Man. Judith Wright. Judith Wright, apart from being a poet, was something else. What, Ankita?
She was an artist.
No.
No.
Environmentalist.
Yes, environmentalist. Yeah.
She was also an environmentalist. In which work do we see Ovid? Oh, Ovid, the author of Metamorphoses, marooned on the edge of the known world, exiled from his native tongue, depending on the kindness of barbarians. Which is this novel? Is it Jono, An Imaginary Life, Fly Away Peter, or Child's Play? Ankita, what do you think?
It's An Imaginary Life by David Malouf.
Okay, one more question. The picture on the screen, is it David Malouf or Ovid?
It's David Malouf.
David Malouf. An Imaginary Life is about Ovid, the author of Metamorphoses. Very good. Who among the following gained worldwide attention for his novel Schindler's Ark? It became the movie Schindler's List. It was inspired by the Holocaust survivor Paul de Pfefferberg, who gave the author the files on Oskar Schindler, who saved hundreds and thousands of Jews from extermination. Ananya is saying Ovid was behind Malouf. I didn't see very clearly. Les Murray, Thomas Keneally, Peter Carey. Bolo, who wrote Schindler's Ark? Anitesh, Papri, everybody, Ananya, it is indeed Thomas Keneally. Momita, Shivangi, you are right. Sunanda, very good. Kartika. It is Thomas Keneally who wrote Schindler's Ark. It won the Booker Prize. This Booker Prize winning work is about two gamblers. One is a clergyman, the other is an heiress. An heiress and a clergyman are meeting on a ship. Which is this work? Is it Oscar and Lucinda or Jack Maggs, True History of the Kelly Gang, or Illy Wacker? YouTubers are already saying it is Oscar and Lucinda. They are betting something, Ankita. Lucinda is betting with Oscar that...
Yes, her glass factory. Her glass factory.
Has to be transported.
Yes, yes.
Which of these works got Booker Prize, Ankita?
Oscar and Lucinda got the
No,
Booker
other
Prize.
than Oscar and Lucinda.
Was it Jack Maggs?
No, True History of the Kelly Gang.
True History of the Kelly Gang, yes, yes.
Okay, Ankita, Jack Maggs is based on what?
Great Expectations.
That's right, Great Expectations. And Jack Maggs, the character represents whom?
Abel Magwitch.
Abel Magwitch. Oscar and Lucinda, dekho. The Luminaries is her second novel. This is a New Zealand writer. And it won the Booker Prize. Who is she, Ankita?
It is Eleanor Catton.
Eleanor Catton. That's right, the Luminaries. Who wrote Mr. Pip, which is also based on Great Expectations? Is it Lloyd Jones, again, New Zealand writer? Is it Kerry Hume or Roger Hall? YouTubers. Ankita?
It's Lloyd Jones.
Lloyd Jones is correct. What did Kerry Hume write, Ankita?
I don't know.
The Bone People. Very famous
The
one.
Bone People, yes, yes.
Kerry Hume's The Bone People.
Yes.
The Woman at the Store is a short story by very famous New Zealand short story writer. Dan David, Catherine Mansfield, Nene Janet Patterson Clutha, or Morris Gee. Anjali, Anitesh, Karthik. Where is our Shrabani today? Do you know, Ankita? The Woman at the Store.
It's a Catherine Mansfield.
Very famous short story writer. Okay, Ankita, tell me the name of Catherine Mansfield's husband.
He's very famous.
Critic.
Yes.
At the time of T.S. Eliot. Middleton Murray.
Yes. I had this in my amen.
Middleton Murray. Middleton
Yes.
Murray. Who won the Man Booker Prize in 2014 for The Narrow Road to the Deep North? This is about the war and prisoners building the Burma Death Railway, which is very famous. Infamous, rather. Thousands of people died working here. And is it Edward Bond, Richard Flanagan, Richard Wright? YouTubers are saying it is Richard Flanagan. Ankita, there is some connection with Edward Bond. What is that?
Edward Bond also wrote about it, I think. He wrote the
Edward
play.
Bond wrote the same title, not about it.
It was
Edward
about
Bond
the Japanese poet Basho.
Yeah. Edward Bond wrote The Narrow Road to the Deep North, but it did not win the Booker Prize. Right. Very good. Who won the Man Booker Prize for The Narrow Road to the Deep North? Richard Flanagan. You can see him here. Which novel among the following chronicles the lives of two Australian families who come to live together in a suburb of Perth? Is this Tim Winton, Ankita? Who is this guy?
I think this
What
is
is the
Tim
novel?
Winton. It is a Cloud Street. This is the place where they come to live.
Tim Winton, who wrote Cloud Street. Tim Winton wrote Cloud Street. Very good. Bliss, oh, look at the cover page, was the debut novel of which writer? Patrick White, Peter Carey, Thomas Keneally. Patrick White is Happy Valley, we already said. Is it Peter Carey or Thomas Keneally? YouTubers? Ankita?
It's Peter Carey. And you know, Bliss is also the name of a short story by Catherine Mansfield.
I think many people have written Bliss. There are other names also I saw. Peter Carey wrote a book about his son's interest in anime movies. He wrote a novel about, not novel, a non-fiction work about their travel to Japan. Does anybody know the title? Peter Carey also wrote Jack Maggs, remember? When you study, you should study in detail all the author's works, okay? Major author's works, everything you should study because it is important. Otherwise, it will get you into trouble. You'll think I've studied, but they might ask you some minor work or something. So, dear friends, I hope you enjoyed this. We brought you some good questions, I think. We will be back tomorrow also. So, see you tomorrow. Please read on your own also. Yes, Annakamachi. Thank you for that. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night.